Hi everyone, welcome to the video. We are going to solve diagonal sum in a binary tree. In this question, you will be given binary tree of n number of nodes and you have to return the diagonal sum. Okay, and how and what a diagonal is? There's nothing in this question. You will have to understand this image. So I will expand this image and will tell you. See the image correctly. See where our child, which means take the root node. See where it is left, where has its left child and where is its right child. Okay, so diagonals they have formed level by level. Cool. Take the root. Okay, its left child, which is 2, and so on, is in the next level. But see the right child, it is in the same level. Take another element, another node. Let's say 2. Where are its left child? In the next diagonal level. In the next diagonal level. But where is its right child? In the same level, which means they should ring a one bell. Left child will be at the next diagonal level. Right child will be at the same level. Okay, this thing is simple enough and complete enough to make us to make us solve this question. And one thing more, this question can be solved using multiple ways. You can use hash maps, you can use queues, but I will solve this question using simply recursion, and that is why I told you the simple logic. Where is its left child and where is its right child? Just that, nothing else, nothing more. Cool, just recursion, pure and simple. So see examples. This is the example one. This is the tree in example one. Okay, binary tree. So by the logic of this question, this 4 and 3 will come in one level diagonal, and 1 and 3 will come in the another diagonal level. Cool. In that way, this 4 and 3, which are in the same diagonal level, will get added and will result 7, which is the output. And then 1 and 3 will be added separately because they are next diagonal, and so they are in the next element of the tree, which means you have to return a list of all those sums, all diagonal sums individually and not complete sum. That will become the sum of all nodes of binary tree, but that's not the case. You have to return some diagonal wise. See the example 2, it will make you more clear. This 10 and 2, because right child is always in the same level, same diagonal level. 10 and 2 will be at the same level, hence 12, which is the case, element 1. Then 8, 5 for sure are in the same level, but 2 will also be, because see the left child every time will be at the next level. Okay, so 10, since 10 and 2 were at the same level, same diagonal level, 2, which is the left child of the 2 of the earlier 2, will be what? Will be at the next level logically, and hence 8, 5 and 2, 8, 5 and 2 will be at the same diagonal level, 8, 5 and 2. Okay, even if you draw an imaginary line similar to this question, see 9, 10 and 6, 9, 10 and 11 are in the same diagonal level, even though 11 comes from 6 and 9 and 10 are from the same another node. Okay, and at the end you have 3 remaining, you will have to return it individually. Cool. So how will I do it? First of all, I will create empty list to store the sum of all the diagonal sums in a binary tree. Then I will create DFS to go depthwise, and I will pass root and this result list and one signifies the diagonal levels, because diagonal will start from the one level, right? One base index. Even though the list elements will start from zero base indexing, but the diagonal will start from one only, right? Okay. And at the end, I will return what result. But how will I calculate it? So I will have to write a utility helper function called DFS, DFS function over here, which has root result list along with value. Let's say x. Okay, x is the level. Cool. Or let's name it diagonal level to make it more clear. Fine. Now, first and foremost, if not root, there's no root. Okay, which means return nothing. simply come out of the loop. Now, there's one thing that tells you whether you are in the currently next new diagonal level or not, which is if the length of this result list is less than the level. Okay. Length of this result list is less than the level value. In that case, this will tell you that you are currently at a new level, new diagonal. You are currently at a new diagonal. Okay. At this current level, whatever be the value of level will be. Okay. It does not matter what is the value of level. Cool. It will always be one and more because it starts from one. Okay. We'll append it, increase it, increment it further as we go down the equation. But it will always be one. But the length of result will be zero, can be zero if we move to the what? If we move to the next level, if we move to the next level, next diagonal level. Cool. And similarly, if we are at the third level, in that case, the length of result will be zero, right? Which means there always, I mean, length of result will always be less than level. Okay, level always starts from one, and length of result will start from zero because it is empty in the beginning. Cool. Now, since we know, okay, let it. So I will append zero. Why? Because this will tell you that we are not empty, but we don't want this any value. We just inserted any random value that won't affect our sum, but it means that we are currently at the same level. It will tell us that we are currently at the same level. Cool. Now, since I told you in the beginning that our list or array are zero base indexed, in that case, if we have to add the root dot data over here, we'll have to add in the previous level, previous index, which means level one, first diagonal will be zeroth index, second diagonal will be one index. Okay, so in that case, since array list are a zero base index and the diagonal starts from one, value one, in that case, I'm adding I minus one. And again, nothing more, nothing else. As I mentioned in the beginning, that we are using recursion. We will use recursion, and we have built a logic. We have covered the edge case, base case. We have covered to check whether we are at the same level or not. If we are, we have moved to the next level. Okay, in that case, we'll add the value of the root. At a particular time, the particular node will become a root, and at the end, you will just recursively call yourself for the left child. But remember, if you can remember, I told you a few minutes back that left child, see the image, left child is always at the next level, whereas the right child is always at the same level. Take C1, left child is 2, next level, next diagonal. 3 is the right child, it is at the same diagonal level. Take 4, cool. Where is its left child? At the next diagonal, 12. But where is its right child? 7 at the same diagonal. Which means if you are calling the left subtree left child, you'll have to add the level. You'll have to add the level. You'll have to add the level. And why have you taken I over here? It's level minus one. Cool. And similarly, if you'll have to call the right child right subtree, in that case, you'll have to remain in the same level. You'll have to remain in the same level, and that will do your job. And let me submit and check the efficacy. Okay, yeah, it does the job pretty effortlessly, and this is very easier approach, very naive approach, but it took very less time. Cool. So you can always go for hash map or i mean q and all, but this question was purely based for recursion, form for recursion, and so we are doing, and it is very easier to understand when you are doing recursion. Okay, so I hope you learned a new concept and enjoyed it. Thank you. Have a very nice day.